Let me ask you a question. If you had to draw the most realistic drawing that you possibly could in 30 days, how would you do it? That was a question I asked myself a few years ago when I was a completely beginner drawer. At the time, I was trying to use the traditional methods of learning how to draw. I was drawing circles with shadows, cubes, I drew my hand like this. And after 30 days, I hadn't improved at all. What I realized was I didn't have to learn how to draw, I had to learn how to learn. So I switched my focus in my study to the research on how humans rapidly acquire a skill. And what that showed me was that I had to figure out what the fundamental sub-skills were to drawing. And if I practiced those, I would improve quickly and I'd reach my goal of being able to make a realistic portrait drawing. So when I took a step back and looked at drawing, I realized that the four fundamental skills are: number one is proportioning, which is to measure your drawing out and to make a nice outline to make sure that everything is in the right place. Number two is shading, which is really applying the lines and the shadow to the drawing to give it contrast and start to build it out. Number three is blending. Blending is taking the dark areas and the light areas and smoothing them out, giving them a really nice transition to give your drawing a much more realistic look. The fourth skill is a mental skill, which is perspective. Many drawers, when they start out, will be really intimidated by having to draw an eye or a nose or a mouth. When really all those things are made up just of shadows and lines. And if you focus in on the shapes and the shadows and the lines that make up that feature, it will come together very easily and very naturally. And the way to do that is to hone in and change your perspective of what you're drawing into the smallest that you possibly can. These are the fundamental skills that make up drawing. And if you practice them and you learn them, you will rapidly acquire the skill. And they are what I teach in my beginner course. My course starts out with an introduction which goes in detail of what those four skills are. It then moves into 3 hour-long examples going from the easiest drawing to an intermediate to a portrait drawing at the end. It goes in step by step exactly how you need to apply these skills to each of those drawings. Once you're able to do the last portrait, you will be in the top 5% of drawers in the world, I can promise you that. I also give you 100% of your money back if you're not satisfied with the course and you haven't improved like I say you're going to. Please click on the courses link and learn more about my beginner course, and thanks for watching.